All right. Right now, the market is down. Bitcoin is hovering around 3,700, and we are eking our way through December. Now, it's during times like these that I like to remind myself that the people who, in the not too distant future, the people who will attain life-changing wealth through cryptocurrency are the people that are still sticking around in the trenches in the bear market today. I'm one of those people. Are you? In this video, I'm going to give you my prediction for 2019, and it's probably not what you think. But first, let's get started with some context. How has the space evolved within the last 2 years? If you have an opinion on this, I'd love to hear. What have you noticed in the last 2 years? How has the space changed? I'm going to give you my opinion, and I want to take you all the way back to 2017. And I'm sure you recall 2017 was a year of unsustainable growth. So as Bitcoin's price skyrocketed, as the altcoins were pumped and pumped, as early retirements were being planned, the only thing that could trump the skyrocketing price of cryptocurrency in 2017 was all the hype that surrounded it. And those dreamers who FOMO'd into Bitcoin, at least in the second half of 2017, they got in because they heard these stories of these huge gains that people were cashing out with. Bitcoin millionaires. Now, what you failed to realize back then, and I know you realize this now, is that these people who were cashing out with life-changing wealth in 2017 had got in years earlier, probably during uncertain times just like these. And while they were cashing out, you were buying in. That's the sad truth. But around the same time in 2017 as cryptocurrency was entering the public eye, it's interesting. We saw this incredible slew of high-ranking business leaders creating this FUD on Bitcoin. Fear, uncertainty, doubt. And these people, these leaders in the traditional space, were going out of their way saying things like this. Jamie Dimon, he said, "It's a fraud. It's going to get somebody killed. I'll fire anyone who touches it." And not just him. Other people were saying it's stupid, it's rat poison, it's a turd, it's a Ponzi scheme, it's bad. But why do you think they said this? Why did they create all this FUD? Have you ever thought about it? I have. I suspect a lot of the FUD that was created was for one of 3 reasons. So I want to go through those reasons with you right now. Number 1, they were ignorant. A lot of these financial guys, they didn't understand the technology and the value that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency has. And when you don't understand something, it's easy to think it's bad. It's easy to be overly cautious. So option 1, no malicious intent. Option 2, they recognized that the market around this time was overbought. 2020 hindsight, that's very obvious. So, the people creating FUD around this time, some probably just seeing the inevitable, that we were going to have a massive correction, which we did. So again, no malintent. Now that brings us into 2018, and 2018, this year, as the prices corrected, throughout this whole year, we learned the 3rd reason as to why the likes of Jamie Dimon, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, Goldman Sachs, etc., created all this FUD on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and the reason is this. Number 3, malintent. For them, for these institutions, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency had finally gotten on their radar. And probably like the bright light you see right before you die, the next 10 years in cryptocurrency flashed before their eyes, and these institutional players realized they better get involved or get left behind. So in 2018, that information started trickling onto us, right? We realized that although publicly they were creating FUD, behind closed doors, they were getting all their ducks in a row, beginning the process, pouring millions into this, research, development, creating whole cryptocurrency departments, paying six-figure salaries to blockchain experts, creating on-ramps, etc., etc. Remember when we were able to hear proof of this? Barry Silbert on the Unchained podcast describing firsthand that behind closed doors, Wall Street was getting ready? Let me refresh you.
You just mentioned Wall Street, and I know that in previous remarks you have said that what Wall Street says publicly about crypto is differently from what they say in private. What are those differences?
Well, look, I think the Jamie Dimon quotes have been fantastic. And there's plenty of anecdotes of people being in the JP Morgan building, meeting people about XYZ digital currency related when Jamie makes these comments. What we're seeing right now is despite the drop in prices, despite the drop in volumes this year, the level of engagement and the level of seriousness that we see coming out of the Wall Street institutions and banks is at an all-time high. It's not, there's plenty of commentators that say that Bitcoin's dead. There's plenty of commentators that say that the bubble's burst and it's over. Behind the scenes, it's kind of full steam ahead right now.
Chills. By the way, if you want to stay up to date on everything going on in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, join our team, subscribe to our channel, because here at Altcoin Daily, you subscribe for our daily videos on everything going on in the cryptocurrency market. Anyways, my prediction for 2019 is as follows. The technology, the ease of use, the use case, these all will continue to improve and become stronger, as they did this year. And then sometime next year, possibly in Q1, Bitcoin and the whole cryptocurrency market is going to switch. And we're going to begin the ascension into a new bull market. Now, that doesn't mean we'll be seeing new all-time highs anytime soon. I think 2019 will be filled with ups and downs and rallies and corrections. But as Bitcoin begins to find consolidation next year at a higher price point, I don't know if that's going to be $6,000, $8,000, $10,000, whatever the price point is, my prediction is that all of a sudden we're going to be seeing all of these high-profile people who were silent before, were negative before, coming out and revealing that they own Bitcoin, that they own Ethereum, Cardano, XRP, Zcash, whatever it is, whatever altcoin it is. And around this time, or around next year, they're going to say that around this time, today, when the market was down, that's when they bought in. Because by next year, it's going to be cool to own Bitcoin again. When the market's a little bit up, it's going to be cool to say you bought in when the market was much lower. And then these businessmen and businesswomen, make no mistake about it, they take great pride in saying that. Now, who are these people? I can't say. Zuckerberg? Maybe. Jeff Bezos? Possibly. Perhaps more likely is the up-and-comers. Maybe the people on Forbes' 30 under 30 list. But my prediction is that during 2019, we'll likely see a slew of high-profile people coming out as Bitcoin advocates and bragging that they bought during times like these. So what do you think? What's your prediction? What do you think is going to happen? Let me know in the comments. I will be reading and I will be responding. And if you got value, and only if you got value in today's video, and if you want to support our channel, I want you to like the video. And I did want to cover one more piece of news from just yesterday, December 5th. And it's regarding the Lightning Network. So I don't know if you realize this, but Bitcoin's Lightning Network is experiencing crazy growth. And this is good because this is a scaling solution that's going to allow Bitcoin transactions to happen in seconds. So check this out. Bitcoin's Lightning Network, an open protocol layer that aims to make Bitcoin transactions faster and cheaper, which officially launched, I don't know if you remember, officially launched very beginning of this year, January 2018. I'm sure you remember, everybody's, hey, mainnet or Lightning Network just launched. Well, 2 weeks into that, they had about 4 Bitcoin in channel capacity that was added to the network. Now, since then, 9, 10, 11 months later, the network has seen explosive growth in not only the number of open channels, but also the value held on those open channels. Today, over 450 Bitcoin is held in Lightning Network channels, a 100 times increase in channel capacity since February. In addition, there are currently over 16,000 channels on mainnet, a 16x increase in channels since February. Lightning may not yet be relevant to average people's lives, but the speed of its growth is exceptional. This pace, essentially 10,000% per year, is almost beyond comprehension, even in a lightning-fast industry like crypto. And, you know, this Lightning Network's kind of been under the radar this whole year. You know, it's been overshadowed by this bear market. But this is what I've done, and you should do this. Go on YouTube, go on Google, and type in Lightning Network payment. And you can see the merchants who currently have Lightning Network set up in their coffee place, their sandwich place, whatever. I've showed these videos on our channel before, that people are paying in Bitcoin, and it takes seconds. And actually, if you wanted, you could set up a Lightning node for yourself. It's fairly cheap to figure it out. It requires a little bit of computer skills, but there are tutorials on YouTube, step by step, showing you how to set up a Lightning node, and you could, you know, make a small profit with it. And it would just overall be cool to be a part of, you know, this new revolutionary system. Something I'm thinking about doing. Anyways, that's it for me today, my friends. This is Aaron at Altcoin Daily. I'll see you tomorrow.